Welcome back to the final round back nine coverage of the Boulder Creek Open. In the front nine, you saw Gavin Gibson and Manny Torres making a push for the win, but Mike Sale holding on to the lead with great drives, great putts, and Patrick Brown also hanging in there. Let's see if they can make a push in these final 9 holes. I'm Keenan Dalton of Top World Disc Golf here with Paavo Stubstad.
What up, Keenan? Happy to be back. It was an exciting front nine with lots of birdies. Pretty much 3 players in the mix for the win, although Patrick Brown isn't out of it. Anything can happen here on this back nine.
That's true, and headed into the first hole of our back nine, hole 10, 376-foot par 3, but it does play longer as this hole is slightly uphill. For me, as an advanced amateur player, this one is kind of out of my reach. I don't think I've birdied it before, but for these guys, they do have the arms. There's a big backhand line. It's going to take a big sidearm to get there, or there is the roller with this, relatively flat fairway.
Uphill is never done justice by video, so how long would you say it plays with the uphill? Like 425?
Yeah, I'd say that's about right, and
Yep.
It is a low ceiling right when you enter into, circle 2, but that's about as good as you can throw from Manny, just turning the whole way. So he'll have a birdie look, and Mike opting for the roller.
Man, I wish I had said what was on the tip of my tongue a second earlier. I was going to say it looks like a roller line for me.
Yeah,
having no forehand, really, and it shapes well for it, and the hillside is angled right for it. Great roller, Mike.
Absolutely. It's one of the best shots I've seen on this hole. And Gavin Gibson up next. A little high on the hillside, but fades back down, so he should have a long look for 2.
Interesting line.
Oh no, not today.
PB not getting it to turn over.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for a similar line to Manny, where it just kind of turns the whole flight of the disc, but he just didn't get that flip that he was hoping for.
Yep. Yeah.
And leaves his upshot just a little short, so he's going to have to work for that par save.
PB's a little off today. Normally he's extremely consistent.
And this is Manny for his birdie.
What? A spit through and a roll away? At least it didn't roll too far, but man, that hurts.
Insulting, huh?
Yeah.
So this is PB for his 3.
Gosh. Yeah, this hole's playing tough. I guess still 2.9. Still averaged under par. Barely. Manny to save the par. Woo. Hit the left side again, but this time the basket was a lot nicer to him. I'd say the first putt was a better putt than that one, honestly.
Let's see if Mike can get the birdie for our guard.
Yeah, Mike, roller birdie. Love to see those rollers. And yeah, there were only 2 birdies on the day, Mike Sale and Maxwell Plank. Nice birdies, guys.
Yeah, that was interesting. Mike says that he's never not birdied this hole.
Wow.
So he must have that roller line down.
So I noticed the basket says 19. Is this normally a 27-hole course?
Yes, the course was 27 holes prior to the CZU fires in 2020, in which there was some fire damage on the front 9. So since then, they turned the front 9 into golf only and the back 9 into disc golf only. So there are only 18 holes out here currently. We just need to get the baskets renumbered there.
Gotcha. I saw the numbers when we were watching the front 9, and I figured that for tournament reasons, they just swapped the front 9 and the back 9. But no, we're playing original course holes, 10 through 27.
Correct.
Interesting.
And here we are on tournament hole 11. Usually the play is to go on the cart path, but Mike opting for the since the grass is nice and dry and skippy, you can take that backhand kind of skip shot line. And the cart path is not out of bounds on this hole. It's actually, the out of bounds is if you were to go over the fence on the left side.
Okay. Gavin had such a great front nine. I'm hoping he can pick it up here on the back.
Yeah, you really got to put a drastic amount of angle on the disc to get that skip over to the basket. So both Gavin and Patrick just not getting that.
Yep, little pitch up. Yeah, Mike's got a look here. Awkward straddle putt. Oh, maybe he doesn't have a look. Perhaps a deceiving camera angle.
Yeah, some of the low branches on those redwood trees can kind of get in the way and make it a tough putt. But Manny secures the birdie, so we'll have
Good
one
birdie
birdie for our group.
Yeah, I mean, this hole, it's short, but it averaged 2.8, only a tenth of a stroke easier than the previous hole, which was uphill 376. Funny to see that.
And that's an important birdie for Manny to get, too. He's now 2 strokes short of Mike's lead, so he's really making that back nine push. So we'll see how it comes down the stretch.
Love Patrick Brown's hat there. Shout out to BRP, one of the sickest courses in the country.
Yeah, I know he's a big fan of that one. Love to play there someday. All right, on to hole 12, 325-foot par 3. This one is perched on this stump, so it can make it a tester putt. You'll be putting straight up at it, or if you go too far right, then you really got a death putt. So that's the main danger with this hole.
Yep, elevated pin on a hillside, so rollaway potential as well. Manny, smooth forehand.
So smooth, effortless. He's got the birdie look.
Perfect. Easy. By the way, for those who don't know, I was referencing Patrick Brown's hat. I just said BRP. That's Blue Ribbon Pines in Minnesota, for those who want to look it up. Great course.
This looks like a good line from Mike, similar to Manny's. He's about pin high, that elevated basket putt. Gavin, kind of less of a sidearm player, so he's showing you the backhand line. Just barely gets past the trees, and he's got a look as well.
Chops off a little bit of the tree. Yeah, this is another one where I would consider roller. Is that what PB's doing? Yep.
Come on, Goose, fight.
Stand up. Gotta go flip your disc.
Yeah, I think that was his legacy discs, Mongoose. And it's hard to control that distance sometime with the roller, so he goes about 100 feet long.
That's why you carry a paper plate type disc, Like for me on hole 10, I have a super, super beat in destroyer that's not like a destroyer at all for distance rollers. But on this, I'd throw like a Mamba or something that just is going to curl right immediately after hitting the ground.
Right. So yeah, he's got work to do for his par save, and here's Mike to maintain that lead.
Yeah, Mike, great putt. So uphill. Brings him to 19 under par for the event, 8 under for the round. No. Patrick really struggling today. You hate to see it.
Yeah, visibly frustrated. He's used to playing much better than that, so we'll see if he can pull it together on the last final holes. So this is for Manny for birdie to maintain the, to stay 2 strokes behind Mike after he birdied. Very important putt.
Great putt. Keeping pace. Yeah, I'd say, unfortunately, even though Gavin's front 9 was so great, at this point, he's kind of out of it for the win unless something drastic happens with Manny and Mike.
Yeah, he's going to have to birdie out if he wants a chance. And good start.
Yeah.
Keeping pace.
Patrick with a little short but deathy putt here to save the bogey. Yep, he's not happy. I understand.
And now headed on to hole 13, probably the second easiest hole on the course, 150 feet. It's located in this Redwood Grove, this little angel circle. You just gotta, it's very aceable with that little ramp in front of the basket, but also you could hit off one of the redwoods and kind of have a tough upshot.
What a neat little pitch and putt hole.
Manny just going a little standstill. That's good.
Got the Top World Disc Golf signs, love it.
Yeah, a little advertising, never hurts. And this looks a little wide from Mike.
Is that path over there, OB?
It's not out of bounds, but there's the redwood trees on that side of the basket are much thicker, so he's going to be working to find a gap in the trees.
Oh, it's the Top World Disc Golf sign.
The disrespect. And PB looking for a little bounce back.
Yep, right at the mouth. What a neat little green. I kind of love this. It would be too janky for like a long hole, but on a 150 footer, it's a fun way to keep it interesting. Yeesh.
Yeah, I agree. You're not going to see, courses with redwood trees on the green in very many places.
Nice putt, Gavin. And here's Manny to get within 1 stroke of Mike. There it is.
You guys done?
Good birdie from Patrick. As you would expect, this hole averaged 2.2. Lots of birdies. Mike with a super awkward 5-foot putt.
That's fun.
Climbing on out of there.
Yep, I'm crossing the road over to hole 14. This is probably the longest par 3 on the course, 415 feet, and there is some OB down to the right because there's the little river that runs through this area of the course. This one is not out of, our guys have the distance to get the birdie on this one, so let's see what happens. And Manny just 1 stroke behind Mike.
Looking good. Oh, beautiful. Little circle's edge comebacker for birdie. Great drive, Manny. Putting a little pressure on Mike, nipping at his heels. A little bit left there for Gavin. Oh, Patrick's upset. He plays faster when he's upset.
Yeah, very quick to throw there, and hits a little bit of the foliage on the right side, but stays in bounds. Mike going for the Big sidearm.
Over.
Yeah, he definitely has that.
Idiot dude.
He didn't like it, apparently. Too high? Yeah. Oh, yeah, too much height. Stalled out, went down there.
He's still
Hopefully-
in bounds, but yeah, not where you want to be. Especially with Manny with that long birdie, with that
Probably take a minute
circle's
to get
edge
your
birdie
gun
look.
right.
Sounds like Mike was telling Gavin to go ahead because he might need a minute. Yep, Gavin just laying up. And here's Mike in the jungle.
Yeah, thorn bushes, almost down to the river, but got held up. So he's still in bounds. Maybe even with a little look.
Just a layup. Good layup, though. Save the par. What more can you do from down there? And here we go. This is to tie it up. Yes, Manny. Great birdie.
Just enough.
This hole averaged exactly par. And Manny was the only birdie on the day.
I'd have been rude. I was thinking.
Good time to get it for sure. Ties
think
the
this is-
lead.
Yep, this is the first hole we've seen that had only one birdie, and it happened to be to tie for the lead. That's pretty cool. It also only had one bogey. Just a whole bunch of pars and one birdie and one bogey, so it averages par.
Yeah, so Manny maintains the box, headed into hole 15. Got the cart path left, OB, 267 feet. The basket is just past this redwood tree here, about, I'd say 40 feet past that. So pretty standard hole for these guys, 267 feet. Just put it into the hillside and give yourself that birdie look. Torres up first.
Nice smooth hyzer. Looking good. A little bit short. A little work left for the birdie.
Gibson.
Looks good. Oh, yeah. That's parked.
Go over the cliff. When is a disc?
A little bit wide for Mike, but it's stable. It's coming back. That was not wide at all. I take it back. Great shot.
Yeah, now he's put the pressure on Manny with that park job.
And it's Patrick's turn to go in the jungle. Oh, that would have been crazy. Good bid from down there. Wish we could have seen his window.
Manny for birdie.
Yep. Doesn't feel the pressure. Keeping pace with Mike, who's parked. Exciting stuff, man. 3 holes to go, tied at the top. Love to see it.
It's a battle for sure.
And by the way, folks, I was not here and I did not look up any spoilers, so I genuinely don't know who ends up winning this.
Anybody look at the payout? Are they going through 5 or what? Or
Good birdie from Gavin as well.
Yeah, Patrick, not happy with his 2-down round, understandably so. There's a lot of birdie holes on this course.
Yeah, agreed. On to hole 16. Very short, but very technical. 147 feet. You got to kind of maneuver through this area here, kind of follow the cart path and skip up here to give yourself a look for birdie. There is OB beyond the basket, pretty close. So that is something to think about as well. Manny up first.
Yeah, this is a very interesting hole. Very unique. Crazy to see a 147-foot hole that averaged over par. It's averaged 3.1. I don't know if I've ever seen a hole this short that averages over par.
Yeah, if you hit early, that upshot can be very difficult.
We get to meet off this tee pad too, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Mike teeing off from the side might be a little advantageous, giving him a little more angle.
Oh, still good. Great shot. Hey, it says keep out, Patrick.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't
not
go
allowed
over there.
It is inbounds though. He's just going to quickly pitch up.
Yep. All right, Gavin, long look for birdie. Oh, he's just pitching up too. You said there's OB behind it, right?
Yes, there is OB just a little bit long, so definitely something that these players may be thinking about on these putts.
Oh, just low for Manny. So close. All right, Mike, to take a one-stroke lead. Beautiful. Good birdie.
Yeah, super crucial time to get the birdie with only 2 holes left to play.
And Patrick will come backer for par here. Yep. Yeah, I never thought that I would be shouting out birdies on a 147-foot hole, but there were only 2 today, so we'll shout out Mike Sale, who we just saw, and then Roshan Thomas. Roshan, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your first name there, buddy, but good birdie.
Yeah, good birdie on the 150-foot hole.
That's so funny. 150 feet, averaged over par, 2 birdies on the day. I honestly love it. That's my favorite type of hole.
Yeah, short with teeth.
Yep.
All right, on to 17. This is kind of a must-get birdie hole for these guys. Pretty standard putter shot at it, or a little sidearm for the distance control, because there is the OB cart path long, which is, probably less than 30 feet beyond the basket. So distance control is crucial on this one.
I mean, that path right there looked like it was like 5 feet from the basket. Are you talking about a different path, or?
That's the same path. Yeah, it's
Okay,
not very
okay.
far at all.
Yeah, that's super close to the basket. And it's OB and beyond. It's not like a river.
Correct.
Okay. Woo! Mike staying in bounds. All right, Manny. Got to get it.
Yep. Yeah.
Playing for the wide skip play. Oh, he's all right. Little circle's edge, maybe 35-footer. Just outside. Gavin going for the straight putter shot, most likely. Also a look.
Oh, you're not going to turn.
Patrick not getting the turn. Stops short of the path, though.
Yeah, right next to Gavin, so they should both have
Yep.
circle's edge birdie putts.
Nice putt, Patrick. All right, Manny. Got a birdie out. Yep, good putt.
Like me, right? Yeah, I think you can 5 foot.
Pressure's on Mike to make this birdie putt to keep that 1-stroke lead headed into the final hole.
It's kind of fortunate that his drive found that little sliver of inbounds past the basket to the right of the cart path. Yep, he's good for it.
Capitalizes on the fortunate drive there, and he's going to have a one-stroke lead headed into hole 18.
Hole 18 is a par 5, though, so scoring separation definitely possible. It's not another one of these short par 3s.
Absolutely. Star frame on the final hole headed into the score separating hole 18. Like you mentioned, par 5, it's 840 feet. This one does have the river on the right that is out of bounds, but it shouldn't really come into play with this huge wide fairway. So you want to just put your drive somewhere in this area and then throw your second shot. It's all about placement because you do have these double mando redwood trees at the end of the hole. So you want to put that second shot or even third shot in a good spot, and then have a nice easy upshot to this basket that is perched on the knoll, and the cart path beyond the basket is out of bounds. So that's also something to think about on that upshot.
Mike,
Nice playing with you guys
see you
again.
guys play.
Yeah.
Got to get those
That
fist
is-
bumps.
That one was loud.
Looks like Eagle could definitely be in play on this one at only 840 feet.
Yep, with drives like this, Mike spinning the catch cam all the way up to our chase guard.
Thank you.
Great drive.
Run up slower, dude.
Lit more.
Someone goes run up slower, dude. I love Manny's run up. So controlled.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more left than he would have liked, but should be fine. Kind of awkward footing there on that left side on the hill, so you do want to get it down to the flatter part of the fairway.
And every other time.
Good drive from Gavin there.
Yeah. Yeah, Patrick.
And Patrick as well. Looks like most of the challenge on this hole comes from the second and or third shots, with that very tight double mando coming into play.
Okay.
Good rip, Gavin.
About 350.
Yeah, it looks like I would guess a common play is to just lay up short of the double mando on the second shot and try to make it through on the third. Trying to get through such a narrow double mando from so far away is probably not a risk worth taking. Unless you're in Manny's situation, possibly, although his footing, yeah, if he had better footing, I would imagine he might try to play for the eagle, but oh no.
Yeah, going left, it's not
And
out of
that-
bounds yet. It's out of bounds. The cart path is out of bounds once you've gone through the double mandos. So he hasn't passed the mando line either. So, but it does really take that birdie out of play. But Mike
Weird.
also fudging his upshot. He's put it too far right.
Wow. Yeah, it was deceptive depth perception on Manny's shot. It sure looked to me like he missed the double mandos. But yeah, if he's still short of him, I guess he has to just pitch over to him and throw through on his next shot.
Yes, there was some discussion about where the mando line is and if he had missed it. But they're going to determine that he has not yet passed the mando.
Yeah, I believe with a double mando, you just draw a straight line through the two mandos continuing. And if he has not passed that, then he hasn't passed it.
Yep. So here's where his second shot ended up on this pile of sticks. So he's got awkward footing and he still has to play back around the mando. So it's kind of just a little putt.
Yeah, I mean, we can see both mandos from there. So I agree. He didn't miss it.
And
Right.
Mike's still got one stroke to play with. So he's laying up to the mouth as well for his third shot. So Manny basically has to make this putt with Mike already with the one stroke lead.
Yep.
So he's eyeing it up, looking at the OB behind the basket first.
I mean, at this point, the OB kind of doesn't matter, right? Like, it's do or die.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, dude, so close. I thought he had it.
Dude.
Oh, I wanted to see a playoff. Now Mike can just lay up, so that's pretty much it. But, man, what a battle between Manny and Mike. And on the front nine, it looked like Gavin was really in the battle, too.
Yeah, so Mike just has to pitch up. But then it rolls away. Out of bounds.
Is that Paavo B?
Inbounds.
Inbounds. Okay, but now he has to make this. I mean, it's short.
It's about circle's edge. Still a tester.
Oh, is it?
Especially
Okay.
with the little gallery watching now.
Sure. It looked closer to me, but yeah, depth perception can be weird on camera sometimes.
Yeah, baby, let's go!
Oh, he does it. It's not often I'm rooting for someone to miss a putt, which sounds mean, but, you know, we all want to see playoffs. Come on.
Yeah, what an exciting
Great tournament
battle.
from Mike. Yep. Came down to the last hole.
You love to see the camaraderie between Sale and Torres. Even though they're competing for the win, they can still celebrate those good shots and those clutch moments together.
That's disc golf for you. Most disc golfers, I'd say, are like that. And shout out to Patrick Brown and Gavin Gibson for getting the only 2 birdies on the day on this hole. We saw them both.
Literally touched OB for a second, too.
No.
All right, I'd like to congratulate your 2024 Boulder Creek Open presented by Top World Disc Golf MPO champion Mike Sale.
Exciting stuff. There's your top 3. Mike Sale taking the win by 1 stroke with Manny Torres right behind and Gavin Gibson securing 3rd place. What a round.
Exciting stuff. This was a course I had never seen before, but 4 players I was familiar with. Some cool holes out here. That was a fun watch, Keenan. I'm glad you had me join you again. And we look forward to seeing you guys again at the next Top World Disc Golf event. Here we take a look at our top 10 real quick. Looks like Samuel Christmas snuck up into 4th place there above Patrick Brown.
Yeah, solid rounds from our top 3.
Yep, 11 down, back-to-back rounds to get that 22 under win. Well played for Mike Sale.
What a great tournament and a beautiful property here in Boulder Creek. Thank you for watching Top World's coverage of the Boulder Creek Open. We'll see you at the next one.
See you guys.